Well, it's been a while since I've done an update on how rich I am not, but it's a new year and my birthday was this week. So I'm gonna talk about all the things I'm invested in and all of my income streams and all the places I have my money working right now. And although it's all working out quite well, I'd like to point out that it's probably not a good idea to follow me into all of this. I may or may not be sitting on a house of cards in the eye of a hurricane. With my investments, I tend towards risk. Speaking of risk, let's start out with my longest running passive income stream, my medical retirement from the US Army. If you're interested in a wild amount of risk with a rapid succession of chances for personal harm, join the US Army to become a paratrooper in the 82nd Airborne. You get a mild chance to hurt yourself during basic training, another chance in your advanced individual training, and then basically a 50-50 shot of causing yourself some manner of permanent physical damage to your body at airborne school. After that, you go on to join one of the most deployed units of all the fighting forces on Earth, airborne all the way. Sometime in 2005, I broke my L4 vertebrae and fractured my hip jumping out of an airplane when I had some underperforming equipment and a very hard landing. Some months later, I was medically discharged with a Chapter 31, 30% disabled by an instrument of warfare, and I left the US Army forever. For that, I now receive a paycheck of $522 a month for life with raises. That's $17 a day. Next on the list, and my smallest passive income stream, script algorithm mining. It used to be Litecoin, Dogecoin mining, but the profitability of those coins fluctuated pretty hard over the last few months, so now I just have all my Antminer L3 pluses on NiceHash. People can rent the hash power and do what they want with it. Those machines dig up on average currently $342 a month or $11 a day. Let's keep a tally. For GPUs, I've got my original RTX 3080s. I got these before they started making the low hash rate models, so each one of them is running around 95-ish megahash. 3 of them on Kudo Miner at a rate of between $10 to $15 a day. We'll call it $12 a day for easy math. And then 2 more of them working on the Dagger Hashimoto over on NiceHash. Just trying it out for kicks. Those ones are bringing in, I think, $8 a day. Together, all my GPUs are producing something like $600 a month, $20 a day. I remember when they were making like $1,300 a month not too long ago. That's nuts. On to the big boys. I have 6 S19J Pros, all overclocked to a different degree. 1 immersion cooled and 1 air cooled running in the she shed at home, and the other 4 over at the hurricane room in the warehouse. Looks like they're averaging between 0.0027 BTC and 0.0033 BTC daily, because I'm always messing with the overclock, so it's a little different each day. Whatever, today that converts to an average of $134 a day or $4,020 a month. And of course, they use a ton of electricity, so the actual profit from those is a bit lower than the income from those, obviously. Then we have my actual full-time job, which isn't full-time in the traditional sense. And this is where the warehouse came from in the first place. I work for an event company, so I'll have like 2 weeks in a row where, like the last 2 weeks, I traveled to New York for a week and then straight to California for a week, working something like 12 to 14 hours a day with no days off other than riding on a plane across the country. But then the 2 following weeks, I pretty much won't work at all other than scheduling housing and flights for the crew or updating a trust plan on CAD or whatever needs to get done. For this work, I'm paid a salary of $50,000 a year, which works out to $137 a day, whether I'm working or not. Next, YouTube. YouTube is sort of a passive, active income hybrid, since I do have to do a lot of work to shoot and edit the videos, but then that same video will keep earning money sometimes for years afterwards. In fact, my second highest paying video in the last 28 days was something I shot in 2020 about UShip, a side hustle shipping business I used to do a lot more of when I was photographing races. From YouTube AdSense, if I average out the last 3 months, it was $1,000 in November, $1,300 in December, and then $1,000 in January. Let's keep it easy and say $11.50 a month for YouTube, $38 a day. I have a few other various incomes that are so irregular I can't tabulate them in any reliable way. I get paid to shoot pictures of race cars once in a while. I like to UShip cargo on my way to and from those gigs. I'll usually make a couple $1,000 in a weekend if I'm doing that. I screen print shirts occasionally, and I make an always fluctuating amount on Amazon affiliate links in the descriptions of these videos. I actually had a $400 month in January from Amazon affiliates just from the fan spoofers from my immersion cooling video. I am an influencer. I'm gonna use the world's loosest math and wrap all of that into $800 a month, another $26 a day. 2022, that number could be way bigger or it could be way less. Also, I've technically agreed on a channel sponsor with Musk Miners, but we're only partway through the negotiation as far as what that's worth to them and me. So, unfortunately, due to the delicate dance of posturing, persuasion, compliment sandwiches, undeniable points, concessions, compromise, and stalwart steadfastedness, I cannot yet add that income stream into this calculation. But I've got you right where I want you, Blake and Chris, and I swear there was a third guy other than Oscar. And finally, the John Henry of my investment portfolio, driving steel into the rocks to build his railroad until he dies from the effort, my 8 Strongblock Nodes. They have come to me at a cost of somewhere in the neighborhood of $37,000 total, and pay out 0.8 Strong per day. The price of Strong has fluctuated from 400 to 700 back to 300 in just the couple of months I've been invested. And of course, today when I'm reporting on earnings, it's at its lowest sustained level of $320, which works out to $256 a day or $7,680 a month. But by Tuesday, that number will be totally different. Strong tends to, at least in swooping trends, follow the price movement of Bitcoin. So as soon as this inflation/Russia fear is over, it'll probably go up. Or we'll go to war and the electric car revolution will get pushed back another couple of years and I'll have to keep living in a house with 8-foot ceilings. Those are all of my incomes, except for the Musk thing, $639 a day. Most of it tied to crypto in a dip, and most of it fluctuating at least 10% up or down in any given day. And shoot, only 20% of it coming from my full-time job? I really like the travel, and I adore the people I work with, like a lot. But man, it looks like I'm pecuniarily undervalued there. As far as non-income earning investments, I'm pretty bad at stocks. Down $100,000 on 11,000 shares of Microvision. Hey future me, are you like super mad or really impressed with what I've done back here in the past? I'm also down on Lightwave Logic, Neo, Aqua Metals, and BioLargo. Awesome work. I also pulled out a little early on Tesla. In addition to my stocks, I generally feed money into Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Matic through my mining profits. I also own one plot of space in big time to the tune of about $2,000. I'm using all my strong profits paying off the 40 grand in credit card debt I ran up getting the engine started on this fire-breathing income machine. So my overall investment holdings are pretty low while I get out of credit card debt. But once I'm in the black, I plan to invest about $10,000 a month. Speaking of credit cards, I've got an S9 to give away. Let's fire up that credit report and pick a winner. There are 928 comments on that video from 2 days ago, and few people were really close. According to Equifax, I have a total credit card space of $116,807. Why on earth could one person be allowed to borrow that much money on a whim? After reading every comment, it turns out there was a 4-way tie, thanks to round numbers. But YouTube subscriber Papi Chulo was a mere $193 off and the first one to guess $117,000. I said closest, not closest without going over, so Papi Chulo, if you're watching this, get a hold of me over on Discord, link in the description, and or comment on this video and I'll send you this Bitcoin miner totally free of charge. This was fun. I should give away more stuff.